LinkedIn Live. Hope you're having a great day. Today's subject is going to be about 7 proactive strategies that you can really optimize your mindset, your game plan, and your execution, which is so important. And why is it important to be proactive? Well, the individuals who go first win the most on LinkedIn because they're out doing instead of waiting for something to be done to them. By the way, chat's on. Feel free to engage and love to promote you and recognize you on today's show. So even if it's just who you are and where you're from, that's a start. So moving back to the topic at hand, what are the proactive approaches you can take? Well, first of all, like we had mentioned, go first. That's being proactive in the best sense. The next thing is continue to uh, get your top of mind awareness optimized. Here we have Cynthia. Thanks, Cynthia, for coming today. Cynthia is a great gal, and reach out and connect with her if you have an interest in being aligned. Thank you again, Cynthia. Yeah, the key is creating opportunities for you and the other people, doing it with a strategy of being service first, giving, not thinking of taking. It's too early. Right now, in the beginning, people are going for the juggler or for the sale when they should be doing what they can to build trust, likability, and confidence in themselves. And the way to do that is to bring value first, bring value to the viewer, and from their perspective, there's a saying, everybody's listening to WIFM, which is what's in it for me. And really, you got to focus on that because people are busy. People have to get away from something to get into something new. It's hard. You know yourself. What's good for you is good for people like you. So being proactive, making things happen. When you make things happen, don't only create value, but create opportunity. How do they do better with you? Share that in what you provide for them, and more importantly, what you could provide for them going forward. So everybody's getting an appetizer pretty much just to get acquainted. And in a sense, it's kind of an audition for you because it shows you and them what you can do. And in time, maybe they'll start to put two and two together and think that's a good fit. Another opportunity is recognition. So by having a post just about somebody that you were very impressed with, a little while ago, maybe a long while ago, a few years on LinkedIn, what happened to me, I had a great conversation on the phone with some wonderful lady who was very successful. And when we were done, she posted an article with me as being the article and discussing what we talked about on the call. And it really was huge. And I got so much positive feedback and invitations. Why? By association, people who knew her felt better about me knowing that she supported me. And third party validation is so important. So if recognition is so good to you, it's good for a lot of other people, but most people don't give it. See, where you want to fill in is the gaps, where there's larger demand than supply, when you can bring better supply and service than what's available. You can bring it more often, you can be consistent, you can be dependable. A lot of these strategies are based on intangibles, attributes, the things you don't see on a balance sheet: honesty, integrity, collaboration, success, all these things. And really, it begins with mindset because your mind is where everything starts or finishes and where everything typically continues. And it continues based on what you're manifesting in your thoughts. If you believe it is, it is. If you believe it isn't, it isn't. And here's the key. Some of that is just attitude, being positive. Great. The other part is having context, perspective, and understanding, you know, where you are, what to expect, what to invest, and what patience and perseverance you need to have to survive and succeed. Too many people make like it's a lottery ticket, and it's not. You got to work it. For it to work, you got to work it. So, you know, that's another proactive strategy, recognition. Uh, Here we have a person who, hello, Don, amazing speech as every time. Thank you. I appreciate you. And it encourages me to continue this. I do this every day, been doing it for 7 months. I don't think I'll ever stop. I enjoy it so much. And I'm getting such positive feedback. Moving on to more strategies for being proactive and supporting your mindset is really when you're around other people doing other things, there's not that much of you. When you're you by yourself in a room, it's one-on-one. And sometimes, most times, you're too much for yourself. If you get around 5 people, you're only 20% now. And now you've got 80% positive distraction, but more importantly, knowledge share. And really the thought most people have is if she or he could do it, I could do it. You know, and that's important because there's something to community, there's something to collaboration, and there's something to empathy. You know, most people just want to know you're okay, it's going to be okay. I've been there, this is how it works out. Don't worry about it. And if you need help, I'm there. And that's really what most people need to focus on is go buy some vowels to solve the puzzle, just like Wheel of Fortune. Why not get some coaching? Why not get some advice? Why try to figure it out on your own? It's no fun anyways climbing a mountain by yourself when you could have some fun along the way and some great company. And you never know where it goes. I met a gentleman, 30 some years ago over dinner. We were partners for 12 years. He turned out to be a billionaire. Can you believe it? Every month we were doing some just amazing things. We became the best of friends, and it was just simply over a chance meeting. LinkedIn gives you opportunities to create these meetings. I had to go to Dallas. I had to go to a conference. I had to go to dinner. I had to go to a lot of places. On LinkedIn, you just get on your screen, you know, and there's so much interaction if you can create the relevancy to the interaction. Just having a lot of noise, a lot of people, a lot of stuff is a lot of work with no return on investment. And let's make it clear, return on investment is everything. You know, really what you have to do is focus on where you're at, have a plan, and that's where the strategies also come in. You know, if you don't know where you're going, you're probably already there. You know, and the other thing is do it. Don't try to teach people to do it until you do it. You know, because when people want to offer me a course or some training, you know, it's great, but let me see what you did with it. And if someone can't say, I worked what I'm telling you to work, and I'm going to share what I did that I'm going to teach you, then, you know, it's almost like it's good for you, but not good for me. It's like selling something you wouldn't buy. I don't believe in that. I believe LinkedIn gives you same day results, just like an old Polaroid camera. And you get to judge, was this a good return on your investment of time, thought, and possibly some money? And if it isn't, reinvest in a different way tomorrow. You know, you got a chance to change. That's the beauty of it. Nothing on LinkedIn is anything but clay. You know, you get to mold it, you get to change it, and more importantly, you get to collaborate with others. Amplifying reach is so important. How do you do that? Through others. Get more people helping each other. You know what I'm doing now? I'm tagging 100 to 120 people a day. And I've actually got a list of 500 people that are in the tag list. So I have to make hard choices every day to pick only one of 4 of the available universe out there. So what does that mean? It means that it took a long time to build that trust. everybody on that list I've talked to, everybody enjoys, appreciates being tagged because it's for the right reasons. It's to recognize them. It's really to promote them. And more importantly, to network with others. And that's really the key. You could get like 20 strategies if you just focused on individual things that you could do a little bit better than everybody else across the spectrum. And at that point, you win, 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 win. And together, collectively, it becomes scalable, duplicatable, and more importantly, attractive to others who are having a difficult time. So be the leader, be the winner, be the person who shows what you've done with what you're sharing, because that brings credibility, authenticity, more qualities, more attributes. You keep hanging up all these trophies, and eventually someone's going to say, well, this person looks like a winner. Maybe they can help me be a bigger, better winner. And that's really what I'm about. I'm just a conduit. LinkedIn Live, which I've been doing every day, is incredible. I recommend it. We have Helen here with quite a comment. Basically, I sure appreciate Helen. She's so interactive and thoughtful. And I would advocate everybody reach out to Helen and connect if you like. And thank you again, Helen, for contributing. It's so very important. Okay, we got somebody who found out it was my birthday. Thank you, Minerva. And actually, let me share that with you. That's a great starting point. Is, on LinkedIn profile, it allows you to share if you want to put your birthday and allow other people to see it. And that's great, but expect, especially when you have 37,000 connections like myself, to get a lot of happy birthdays. But again, that's a proactive opportunity because now people are reaching out to you based on your birthday, and that's a great opportunity to refresh connections you made and you might have forgotten about. People you thought may not have been interested that might be. And this is a great opportunity to say thank you very much for thinking of me. But more importantly, in a lot of opportunities, this could be a chance to catch an update. Maybe what was changed, and most times it does. So having a birthday announcement on your LinkedIn profile is good because now people are reaching out to you on their own, taking their own time, thought, and interest, which is very precious and valuable. And now the first thing at minimum is a thank you, is a recognition. Is like now you've just brought everybody back to life. Everybody who was dormant is now active and participating and interacting. And LinkedIn loves what they call dwell time. The more someone spends on your post, on your profile, they measure that. They measure everything. And the more of this that we have, the better it is because they look at comments, and comments are king. Most people think shares are not really, and likes are a distant cousin. Comments is what LinkedIn really puts a lot of appreciation to. Here we go, Cynthia. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Here's another comment. Well, great. I'm so happy that people are starting to interact, connect. This would be a great opportunity to get to know more people, get to know me, allow me to get to know you. I've got some unbelievable programs on my website, but I'm not here to sell. So moving on, having these attributes we talked about, being proactive, focusing on a few things. I was watching a great video actually last night by a gentleman named Nathaniel Biddy. And he's an exceptional guy. I really enjoy what he has to talk about because I believe it's real and it's something that you can leverage and get real benefit from early. Is you should focus content strategy around pillars. And what he mentioned is pick 3 topics that you're most interested in and focus on those in your content strategy. So mine happened to be LinkedIn Live because I'm just so ingrained in that, and I believe so much, and I've even created a class for it. A collaboration. It's unbelievable. LinkedIn Mindset and LinkedIn Strategy. So really, all my LinkedIn Lives, all my content will focus around those 3 pillars of LinkedIn. And now I've been very vocal and open that I'm open the door to coaching now. So whatever it is, I'm there, and I believe the runway is getting set up for some huge opportunity going forward. So moving on. I'm always open to questions, anything of interest, but more importantly is being proactive. I've discussed probably more than 7 strategies already. And, another good thing you can do is go to someone's profile, see their activity, see the activity on their activity by who it is and what it is. That gives you such a better way to qualify who you may be spending time with or who you want to spend time with in the future, as opposed to potluck. And really don't put yourself out in the marketplace where, people find you. In a lot of ways, they find you for their own reasons more than for your benefit. Where if you're out there being the one who are making acquaintances, building connections, building conversations, transitioning to collaborations, I mean, you got a full-time opportunity there, and LinkedIn doesn't limit how much you could do. There's 830 million people there. There's somebody for somebody everywhere. So it's really just application, strategy, mindset, and continue to evolve and change based on feedback, based on experience, and more importantly, based on knowledge share with the network you create. So hopefully a lot said. Thanks again for all your birthday wishes. And I'm going to go out and spend a wonderful time with my wife of 44 years and my kids and my grandkids later. So have a wonderful day too, and wish everybody a happy birthday whenever that happy birthday is.